Hello students, myself Archana Varude. In last video, we studied about types of semiconductors, what is the difference between intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductor, and after watching this video, you will be able to understand what are the types of extrinsic semiconductors and how the N-type and P-type semiconductors are formed. In last video, we learned about extrinsic semiconductor. These extrinsic semiconductors are the impure form of semiconductors. When semiconductors are to be used for specific application, their current carrying capacity must be larger, and this is achieved by adding small amount of suitable impurity to a semiconductor, and the process of adding an impurity to a semiconductor is known as doping, and the purpose of adding impurity is to increase either the number of free electrons or holes in semiconductor. If a pentavalent impurity, that means having 5 valence electrons in its outermost orbit, is added to semiconductor, then large number of free electrons are produced in a semiconductor. On the other hand, addition of trivalent impurity, that means having 3 valence electrons, creates a large number of holes in the semiconductor, and depending upon the type of impurity added, extrinsic semiconductors are classified into N-type and P-type semiconductors. Now we study what is meant by N-type semiconductor or how the N-type semiconductors are formed. When small amount of pentavalent impurity, that means having 5 valence electrons, is added to pure silicon or germanium, then it is called as N-type semiconductor. Arsenic, antimony, phosphorus, these are some examples of pentavalent impurities, and these impurities are also called as donor impurities because they provide free electrons to the crystal semiconductor. And to understand the formation of an N-type semiconductor, consider pure silicon or germanium semiconductor crystal. It has 4 valence electrons which form the covalent bonds. This diagram shows the formation of N-type semiconductor. Here each silicon atom is surrounded by neighboring silicon atom. It has 4 valence electron in its outermost orbit, and to complete an octet it needs 4 electrons. And when one atom of pentavalent impurity like phosphorus is added to this pure silicon, then it shares 1 electron with each neighboring silicon atom, and it provides 1 extra electron. Here we know that phosphorus is a pentavalent impurity, it having 5 valence electrons. When it is added to silicon crystal, then phosphorus atom replaces one of the silicon atom, and 4 electrons from each silicon and phosphorus form the covalent bonds. And so out of 5 valence electrons of one impurity atom, 1 electron remains as a free electron, and even if each atom of impurity provides 1 free electron, then number of small amount of impurity provides enough atoms to supply millions of free electrons for current conduction. And therefore in N-type semiconductor there is a majority of electrons, that means majority of free electrons. Then how the P-type semiconductors are formed. When small amount of trivalent impurity is added to pure semiconductor, then it is called as a P-type semiconductor. Here these are some examples of trivalent impurities: gallium, indium, boron, aluminum. These are called as trivalent impurities. That means having 3 valence electrons in its outermost orbit. And these impurities are also called as acceptor impurities because they doesn't donate any extra electron. And the addition of trivalent impurity provides a large number of holes in a semiconductor. Then to understand the formation of an p-type semiconductor, consider a pure silicon or germanium semiconductor crystal. This diagram shows the formation of p-type semiconductor. Here each silicon atom is surrounded by neighboring silicon atom. When trivalent impurity like aluminium is added, then it share only 3 electrons to the neighboring silicon atom and there is a covalent bond formation. But there is a one vacancy is created called as hole is created. And as we know that aluminium is a trivalent impurity. When it is added, then aluminium replaces one of the silicon atom and 3 valence electrons from each silicon and aluminium atom form covalent bonds as shown in this diagram. And so out of 4 electrons of silicon, only 3 valence electrons form the covalent bonds and fourth one cannot form the bond. And because aluminium atom cannot share any fourth electron, and hence instead of bond formation we find a hole is created in that figure. Now we see the comparison between n-type and p-type semiconductor. On left hand side n-type semiconductor, on right hand side p-type semiconductor. In n-type semiconductor, when small amount of pentavalent impurity is added, that means when the impurity is having 5 valence electrons is added, then it is called as a n-type semiconductor. And examples of pentavalent impurities are antimony, arsenic, phosphorus. In p-type semiconductor, when small amount of trivalent impurity is added, that means having 3 valence electrons is added to a pure silicon or germanium, then that type of semiconductor is called as p-type semiconductor. And examples of trivalent impurities are indium, boron, gallium and aluminium. In n-type semiconductor, there is a majority of electrons, and in p-type semiconductor, there is a minority of electrons. In n-type, there is a majority of electrons, that means minority of holes, and in p-type, there is a minority of electron, that means majority of holes. In n-type, there is an excess of electrons, and in p-type, there is a shortage of electrons. And in n-type, the impurity added is called as a donor impurity because it provides or it donates electrons. And in p-type semiconductor, the impurity added is called as a acceptor impurities because it does not donate any electron. Now we solve some MCQs on these above topics. First question is, the process of adding an impurity to a semiconductor is known as. Option A is doping, option B is trivalent, option C is acceptor impurity, option D is donor impurity. And as we see in earlier slide, that is slide number 1, the process of adding an impurity to a semiconductor is known as doping. Therefore, correct option is A, doping. Question number 2 is, which of the following is an example of donor impurity? Option A is phosphorus, option B is arsenic, option C is antimony, option D is all of the above. And as we know that donor impurity, that means pentavalent impurities. And examples of pentavalent impurities are phosphorus, arsenic and antimony. And therefore all these are correct, and therefore correct option is D, all of the above. Question number 3 is, for n-type semiconductor, dash that type of atoms are added to silicon or germanium. Option A is pentavalent, option B is trivalent, option C is tetravalent, option D is none of these. And as we know that for formation of n-type semiconductor, pentavalent impurities are added, and therefore correct option is A, pentavalent. Question number 4 is, pentavalent impurities are also called as. Option A is donor impurities, option B is acceptor impurities, option C is tetravalent impurities, option D is none of these. And as we know that for formation of n-type semiconductor, pentavalent impurities, and that pentavalent impurities provides extra electrons, and therefore they are called as a donor impurities. Therefore correct option is A, donor impurities. That's all about today's video. Thank you.